But I mean, but I can appreciate that. Like, I could appreciate that. Maybe she learned, and it might have been not the way she wanted to learn that. You know, she got humbled or whatever. But still, she's able to speak it. You have women out here that actually do learn and get humble, but they're not speaking it because it's some arrogance that's just keeping them from saying, "Well, fuck that. I don't care. I'm that bad bitch anyways. If you
I don't
don't like me, the hell with you." But if we get more women to be like, I'm comfortable, you know, if Ebony K with her speaking, being honest, I'm comfortable with her speaking to a group of women that's younger that may want to aspire to be like her. I'm comfortable with her saying, "Hey, look, girls, you might want to go ahead and get in, and while you can, while you got that beauty, you capitalize on that now, because sister, I'm telling you, the situation I'm in, you don't. I feel comfortable with her now. I feel for her saying I feel comfortable having a conversation with younger girls versus some of these women out here that's just leading these women astray. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
All right, let me go ahead and play a little bit more of this.
Hey, what was it? Drizzle, drizzle.
We know what you meant, darling.
Oh well,
I'm just asking. You brought it up.
I did.
Okay.
I believe that I'll speak for myself. I am acutely aware, Stephen A., of the adjustments that I would need to make in order to be more desirable on the dating market.
Well, may I ask what are those adjustments?
Oh well,
I'm just asking. You brought it up.
I did.
You did say
it would be some of the things we mentioned, right? Like right. I would need to make more time. You know, I can imagine what your schedule looks like. Right. Mine might not look. It doesn't look identical, but it's probably not far off at this point. I tape a show on the West Coast. Last time I saw you, where were we?
Yeah, in the air. Flying back from LA.
We were literally in the air. We were 30,000 feet in the air.
That's right.
So there's a bi-coastal lifestyle issue that I think would need some attention if I was to really get serious about trying to partner right now. There is an intensity that I'm a very serious-minded woman, right? I deal with serious issues.
Yeah,
on
you can't be with a dingbat. Can't be with you. It ain't gonna work. He got to have some level of intellect. He don't have a chance.
I mean, and honestly, even if I wanted to give him a chance, which I have done historically, don't tell nobody. I really wouldn't be as attracted. There's something about the attraction. You know, if you, there's a primalness to, especially when we talk about heterosexual men and women, there's a primalness to how we are attracted to one another. And in order for me, who still very much, despite my intensity and my intellect and all this, kind of what we would consider masculine alpha shit. Right, excuse me, I don't know if I can cuss on here.
You can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm still you've known me for a long time. You've known me almost 10 years, Stephen A. I am still very much very feminine, very soft in many ways, and I'm still like a Southern belle in a lot of capacities. I'm born and raised in North Carolina. Let's go.
What?
So those things still, that receptacle energy is still very real for me. So now I need a masculine energy that can just almost overperform.
And you know what it is too, if I may say this right.
Go ahead.
Women need to know this. Women need to know this. Okay.
So.
All right. First of all, you gotta allow a man to be a man.
All right.
What was he about to say?
I mean,
airline.
At least I wanted to make sure I had this part. She is an attractive woman. It's just I was talking about a different like caliber or class or whatever. But that does not make her an unattractive woman. She's still a very attractive woman, especially for her age. I think that agreeable part and is probably one of for the men that she probably would aspire to actually date, that she would actually look up to the right way. Being agreeable would not be something that's okay to work on. You would have to come in with an overwhelming personality of agreeability that you could feel, like the look component mixed with a natural energy that some women carry that calms the tension down of a room. It could be men about to fight, and her coming into the room can lower that temperature. And the way that they carry themselves is completely different. And this is not no shots to her, because she's a smart, intelligent, educated woman and all those things. That energy that I'm speaking about, it doesn't radiate from her the same way that to catch the men that she would be enthralled with, it needs to radiate from. So, yeah.
All right, hold on. I do want to get Keziah and Trev, and I know they've been pretty quiet, and Shan. I want to kind of get them in there.
That screen frozen. They sleep behind the screen. Oh no, they moving.
No, I had some my phone died. So what question are we actually on?
I'm gonna send you the video. I'm gonna put it in Dropbox.
I saw the video, but
well, it just just the conversation that was going on is just Ebony K. Williams, speaking about the strong seven, which Stephen A. Smith was talking about. So it's kind of breaking it down. A more attractive woman is less likely to be agreeable, less likely to partner with somebody versus the strong seven. Is more likely she knows her role. She's more kind of come in and not have the same issues as somebody that has success.
Okay. Shit like that is very weak to me. And a man that thinks like that will never date a 10 or be with a 10, because that's a very small mindset. And to feel like you have to date someone like who's not as beautiful as what you would actually want. First of all, I don't see that relationship lasting long. I see maybe some cheating going on, because that's not really what you want. And not all 10s, not all women are the same, just like not all men are the same. Not all beautiful women are egotistical and demanding and want shit from men. There's a lot of beautiful women out here who are the exact opposite. That part to me is just BS. I like men like that. I feel like there's a confidence issue there. I can't date men who have confidence issues. Like, men's pride is very fragile. So that, to me, that's a man who you're not comfortable dating a 10 because you feel threatened by potential men that could take that woman from you. Why? If you're a man that's confident in yourself, confident in what you're able to provide, confident in what you're able to give to this woman that you want, why would you be concerned with the next man? Get a 10. But if you don't have the confidence for a 10, then sure, get a strong 7 and be slightly dissatisfied for the rest of the relationship.
Well, I just want to say something really quick. As men, we face rejection. So rejection is it's just part of life. We normalize it. We start off. We have to work through that. So I don't think he was coming from the standpoint of like, you shouldn't approach 10s. He was coming from the standpoint of just generally 10s live in a different world. And it's not that they're delusional. They're living in the world that, has been, they're living in a world where everybody is throwing attention at them, versus a 7. She's living in a world where, yes, people are attracted to her and people are throwing attention at her because she is a woman. She's a beautiful woman, but it's not to the extreme of a 10. Guys aren't hitting her with cash apps just because she's beautiful and stuff like that.
So what if they are? That's my thing. Like, so if you want to,
I'm speaking solely from the standpoint of, hey, if I'm operating and I'm interested in this 10 and we have a good connection, a good relationship, the amount of not just leverage, but the amount of attention that I'm going to have to do to maintain her is going to be different from the level of attention a 7. A 7 will understand that, okay, this guy is a successful guy. He's doing this thing. I really like this guy, and this is the kind of guy I want. Versus a 10 is going to be like, oh, he's just another one of the guys that's after me because I have 20 other thousand ones. So they just go after who's giving the most attention.
We can't box all beautiful women into that box. That's crazy.
Well, no, I'm not saying all beautiful women fall into that category. It's just a generalization.
It's all 10s.
And that's why I said
no, that ain't it. So
go ahead, Trev.
All right, look. So as men, right, we dwell in the realm of probabilities, not possibilities. Mm-hmm. We do understand that there are going to be some women who look really good and will accept you, right? But guess what? As men, we could take the whole number situation out of it, right? Because your 10 ain't going to be my 10. A chick that you might see as a 10 might be a 7 to me, right? So, but what you learn is what your speed is. As a man, you're going to eventually calibrate and understand who you have access to and who you don't. And when I tell you, as one of them guys back in the day, I knew, look, my take rate was between 80 and 90% because I knew what I would get after a while. I faced rejection. I didn't like rejection, and I didn't have to worry about rejection because I already knew what I can get. Of course, sometimes you could catch a chick on a flyby, but you already know what it is. You have to understand that it's going to be higher maintenance. Dimes are like German cars, maintenance required. It is what it is. That's how it goes generally. And we're going to want to be successful. We want a high success rate. So we're not going to just start running out a whole bunch of dimes, knowing that it's a crowd of dudes. Like some women have showed me their phones, right? And their dating app messages look way different than ours, right? You can tell who gets what. We don't get the same type of attention that women do. It's very easy to say that as a woman because you don't face rejection as much, not nearly the way that men are rejected. First off, men do 80 to 90% of the pursuit, and then we take rejection all the time, whereas men generally don't reject women, at least initially, right? Or if we're talking about attention and retention, that's two different things. Bruce will tell you. It's different. But when we're talking about immediate attraction, being able to at least close, get a date, it's very different for us. So we can't be bothered with a bunch of hoopla that we're not interested in. We want a female that we know we can maintain. I'm not going to try to buy that Lambo if I can't take the engine out after 20,000 miles to maintain it. That's not for me because I don't have the money to do that, right? I don't have the attention to do that. I might be on my job and I can't really maintain it like that. She's being bombarded with opportunities on a regular basis when she looks a certain way. That's just what it is. And a lot of men just don't want to be bothered with that. They don't want their woman to have that much attention and they have to constantly compete. And it's not weak. It's just understanding the probability that you might fail at this. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what it is as a man that you can get after a while because certain women will gravitate to you and you will repel some women. That's just the facts. That's just how it works. And we understand it and we know what we can get. We learn from outcomes and failures, right? Now, I always tell that you level up, like Darren was saying earlier, you got to level up so then you have access to those types of women. You have to be aware and understand what it is that you can acquire. It's almost like saying, okay, I possibly could get this job making $200,000 a year, but if I don't have my credentials, then odds are I won't apply to positions that I most likely won't apply for. If I got a criminal record, I'm not going to apply for a Secret Service job. I might be able to slip through the cracks, probably not, but I'm not going to waste my time even going in that direction because most women are going to reject you on that level. And you have to understand that as a man. If you want better results, then you got to level up. You got to get your weight up in order to be able to get those. We know what it is that we can do in most cases. Most of us that are self-aware that actually pursue women, we know off rip, oh, I could bag her or nah.
Yeah.